Yo, so today we are going to talk about why none of you can change your life. So, there's a definition called insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same result. Or a different result. You guys know what I mean. You should be smart enough to understand. But Albert Einstein said that. And none of you are as smart as Einstein. So I don't think you should disagree. So, if your life sucks, what you have to understand is that you suck. And here's why. We're all born a certain way. Some of us win the genetic lottery. Some of us lose the lottery. Some of us are taller. Some of us are shorter. Some of us are skinnier. Some of us are uglier. It's all different types of stuff. Some of us are gifted with brains. But those are all dependent variables. And what I mean is, it depends on, your parents and all their attributes, right? Because they make you and yada, yada. And then, how your personality develops and yada, yada, all that stuff, trauma, blah, 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 bad environment, bad traits, yada, yada. We know that stuff. So what I'm trying to say is that you can have all this shit happen, all this storm, and if you're still standing, but you're just still, that's your fault. You're not moving, you're loitering. And why do restaurants have no loitering around them? These signs posted all over. It's because nothing good happens when you're loitering. Look at this fucking Beatles pic. They're moving. Yes, they're stationary in the fucking pic, but, they're moving. Right? So, the point is, to be doing the same thing over and over again is standing still. If it's not what you want, and no matter how fucked your brain is, if you've got your sanity and you're doing the same thing over and over again, then, your stock, this is doing the same thing over and over again, and this is what you wanted, that incremental progress. But this is where a lot of y'all are, but y'all are standing still. Like, what? And a lot of y'all did this. I love this shirt. I made this shirt, by the way. A lot of y'all did this, not knowing you could have fucking turbocharged it if you had all the correct habits all the time. But, you do this, and then you're like, oh, fuck it, I can't take it anymore. I have to release. I have to try something new. I have to be free. All that shit. So then people go, boom, 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 boom. Then their life, boom. So this is your life, right here. This is your life, right there. So, what do you do about it? Anything else but stand, bruh. You can't loiter. You can't. And to think you're above these, natural rules of life, you're just an arrogant, piece of whatever. To be here, and let's be honest, a lot of people are here. If you're here and you're not doing anything, then get off the video, I guess. What else do you want me to say? It's just there's a thing called the fall from grace. And the fall from grace, it's a fall from grace. This is a graceful rise. It takes a look at all this fucking work. And this is how stocks go all the time in real life, too. If you guys paid attention to the market instead of your stupid phone that you act like is actually entertaining and important, to hide your anxiety, you just, you understand that the progress takes time sometimes. If you're doing it right, you can turbocharge this. But especially if you're down here, if you're here, it's going to take a long time to get back up here. It just will. That's a far fall. But to be staying the same is just ridiculous when your stock is at an all-time low. Look, you have to buy the dip on yourself. And here's the thing. A lot of people with stocks and stuff, they think they're Albert Einstein from the start. And so they put all their money into Tesla at 400 because the YouTube algorithm that they have their personality kind of dictating, which is flawed because you're fucking down here. The YouTube algorithm has these people buying Tesla at 400. It has them thinking it's going to go to 4,000. Well, Tesla was at $100 like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, as of early February, like 8th or 9th or whatever, whenever this will get uploaded. But they bought Tesla at 400, and they put all their money into Tesla at 400 because they hope it goes to 4,000. They ain't even moving here. A lot of people bought Tesla and they're here and they have no money for when it goes to 100. So if you have no money to buy the dip, if you have no energy to improve your life when it's stagnant, you're stuck and you're kind of screwed. If you have $5,000 and you bought Tesla at 400 and it's at 150 or whatever right now, currently, you're fucked because you have no more money to buy the dip. So if you put all your energy into doing the same thing over and over and getting the same results, and then you're like depleted, well, you either are really hard-headed, you're stupid, or you're just arrogant. It's like, if you're doing the same thing over and over again, think of a math problem. If you're solving for X and you keep plugging in the same variable to try and find out what it is, and it's not working, why are you plugging in the same variable? If your life is at a 1 and you're doing 1 level things, why are you expecting your life to be at a 10? You don't deserve it. So lose the arrogance. Stop being so hard-headed. Albert Einstein is smarter than you. And what I mean by that is, like, when you're done with this video, go fucking meditate for like 10 minutes, bruh. Oh, wait, you can't because you get withdrawal from your phone even though no one important to you has ever texted you. Think about that. So, what are you withdrawing from? A lot of people are drug addicts, except what they're addicted to is just bad habits. And some people go deeper and actually get into stuff like that. But a lot of people, like addicts, you have to change. And so kind of circle back. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over, right? Your mom didn't love you, someone bullied you in 2nd grade and you can't stop feeling ugly. You weren't as tall as some other kid in kindergarten, and this kid pushed you down one time, and you can't get over it. Like, someone said you're annoying in 4th grade, and you can't get over it. Well, you probably were. You might have been. But what you have to understand is that all this trauma and blah, 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 but most of y'all ain't been through shit. The biggest trauma most of you guys go through is the anxiety of walking past a person on the street. I'm just being real. If you go through some shit, you ain't thinking about these stupid situations that don't yield anything. You know, if you put all your money into Tesla, why would you expect a high yield? Elon Musk doesn't care about you. But it's different this time. Look at Intel. Intel was just as cool as Tesla in 2005. Intel was at like $80 a share. 2023, Intel has only hit 60. Why? Oh, it's because it was way overhyped at the beginning. So a lot of people are like, it was running on fumes almost. You know, it was topping out in 2005. And believe me, Intel was Tesla 17 years ago, 18 years ago. It was. I know the stocks. You don't. So you should agree with that. All right, let's get that out of the way. Now, the fascination people have with Tesla is very basic. It's, you know, not unique at all. There's always been these visionaries that are going to change the world. And here's the thing. Tesla doesn't make any profit. Their profit came from tax credits. So Ford screws up the environment with emissions. Tesla gets rewarded by the government for their electric vehicle shit because, you know, it saves the environment. Here's the thing. Tesla makes like, they had 46 billion in revenue or something. Apple had like 500 billion. But at one point, Apple and Tesla were they were almost valued at the same. And, you know, it just, I'm losing my train of thought a little, but basically, you can't do the same thing over and over again. Intel in 2005, Cisco, I believe, in 2000. Look at this shit on the stock market. Go to Intel, go on the stock chart, look at Intel, look at how it went up in 2005, and then look how it fucking never recovered in 18 fucking years, even though their profit tripled and doubled in revenue since 2005. How does that happen? It's because everyone was on bullshit back then. And people get exposed. And, you know, your bad habits, they expose you. Tesla will follow a chart very similar to Intel. Tesla will never reach 400 a share. It won't. And none of you will ever get back to your spot doing the same shit, following the same lingo, watching the same videos, believing the same hype, thinking the same way, being the same fanboy, the same fangirl, subscribing to the same crap. You need to change. You need to look at some patterns or something. Get a little sense of history. Do something besides just look at your phone and acting like you're busy. Just do something different. All right? Just give it a try. Like, your life's already here. The fuck do you have to lose? You see this dot? You can't go much lower. You're alive. That's a dub already. Take that dub and go live a little bit. Christ.